Hey guys, welcome back. I hope everybody is healthy and well, if you're sick, I hope that you will get healthy and all that. So let's jump right into the last part of my box of knives, box of bayonet collection here. So this is, I believe, part 6 if I'm not mistaken. So what do we have laying around left over versus what we just saw already? Well, in here we have mostly SKS bayonets, and we have quite a few of them. Every time I come across any of them at the flea markets and they are under 10 bucks, I will buy them. I have obviously I have a lot of them, as you guys can see. So let's just pick these out. What are these? These are SKS bolts. Okay, they're stripped. They're not fully functional bolts. You need the firing pin, you need the extractor, and you need the pins to hold all that together. So these are just right now pieces of metal, but you know, they're spare parts, I guess. I could sell them, trade them, whatever. So as you can see, the bolt faces, they look nice. This one's how do you call it, plum color, and this one is the silver, the bright silver color. You can see that this one has been used, and this one probably never been used. This one does have what I'm assuming a date, which is February 2nd, 1970, if you guys can see that. And this one has a serial number, so it's 06416. But yeah, I mean, good heavy duty SKS bolts. So let's put those aside. Here we have a Yugoslavian grenade launcher, I guess. You put this on the end of your rifle and it shoots out grenades. You put a blank obviously in your rifle, and you put the grenade launcher, I guess, the grenade projectile. Oh my god. Oh my god. Projectile. There you go. Better. You put that over, you fire the blank, that shoots off, and this is what you need to do that. So without this, you can't do it. So there you go. Okay, so that's cool. And I guess we'll talk about more the bayonets. So as I was telling you on the previous video, that this spiker type 56 Chinese is one of my all-time favorites. Okay, this is a very close, maybe more so, I'm gonna say very close to the other one, a Chinese clamp-on spiker. So you can see right here, nice and pointy. Again, if you want to know how long this one is not about 12 inches. The actual blade itself, I mean, it's like 8 3/4, which is not really a blade, it's more of a spike, but there you go. So yeah, 8 3/4 inch right there. But if we go all the way back this way, let's say to the pin, it's 11 1/4. Okay, So very cool. Very happy to have this one. All I need is the top, and I could make that myself, so no big deal. Very, very cool. So yeah, awesome right there. And here is another another clamp-on bayonet. This one is, the hole is bigger for the, how do you call it, the compensator. There you go. So there's your spike there. So how do I know that this is for that? Well, because originally it came on this. Okay, so this and this came together. I just took this off and I put on an SKS bayonet and the thing for the muzzle there. But this originally comes with this, and yeah, I'll get that later. So there's your spring, your spike, and that's how it goes. So these are very, very rare to come across over here, or at least over here in the States. And in the battlefields, they're not rare. Or at least, you know, sometimes they are, but in some of the how should I say this? In some of the pictures that I have seen, you run across these Chinese clamp-on bayonets more so than the actual Chinese spiker bayonet. Okay? So, these are really common, not as common, and again, this one came out the other one, so there you go. This one here, as you can see, they chopped off the thing that went on the SKS. I guess for whatever reason they did not want it, or let's say it was against the law, something like this, and they chopped it off. So it could have happened in the 90s or somewhere close to that time period. So you can see that they didn't just chop it off, they actually cut into the metal. So that sucks. I guess a good welder, if they know what they're doing, they can fill that in and then weld this part to the other part that they cut it off, or maybe you can add it to another rifle. I don't know. So here's this one. This one I was just playing around with. I was cutting it and reshaping the very point of it. Used a grinder. So let's talk more about the actual blade bayonets. So I have several here. We have two right here. And then we have this one here. Now this one goes on a Yugoslavian SKS with a grenade launching sight. So instead of having the ring that goes over the muzzle, it only has this little clip right here that clips into the grenade launching sight. I'm sorry, the grenade launching muzzle, I guess, compensator, launching part, whatever you guys want to call it. So this is the blade for the Yugo bayonet. Okay. Very, very cool, very long, very thin. I'm actually scared that, you know, even if this was in battle, this type of steel feels very aluminum type. It could be steel, it could be metal, but either way it feels aluminum, like it feels like it's aluminum, and it feels like it will snap right away if you hit anything hard with it, just the way I feel it. Okay, here is either a Russian or a Chinese. Okay, so if this was Chinese, it's very, very rare because, well, Chinese quickly change to the spikes. Okay, and as you can see right here, somebody really hit the hell out of it right here, and it's not dinged, like dented in. It's just the how do you call it? The color of the steel is rubbed off there, like they scratched it. But you can see my fingernail going across it, and it doesn't just fall into the what looks to be a chip. So there you go. And the same thing with this one. So again, it could be Chinese, it could be Russian. Now these feel a little better than the Yugoslavians, but not by much. It still has a flex to it, and I don't want to really flex it because first, I don't want to snap it, and second, I don't want to have it bent. But you can see that it does flex a little bit, and I mean, really, just I would not want a bayonet to feel that way. It's not sharp at all. It's 100% round on these. I think it's just there for decoration. I mean, it could be used. I mean, you're putting it against skin, so obviously, yeah, metal will go through the skin, but let's say you had armor, or you had this and then you hit something behind, it'll break. So yeah, these kind of suck. In my opinion, of course. I mean, they look nice, they are pretty badass, but I would be scared to actually hit anything with them. If I were going to hit anything with an SKS bayonet, I would trust more the spike bayonets, which are these right here. And these are awesome. I love these. That's why I have so many of them here. And just in case you guys want to know how long these are, from the pin you can see that it's over 12 inches, and in centimeters, you know, 12 inches is exactly 30 centimeters, so it's over 30 centimeters. So that's about it, guys. I mean, these two versus all the others are basically the exact same. You do have different pins, like different screws holding on the bayonets. You have some that are rivets, you have some that are flatheads, you have some that are again pins. Some of the actual bayonets themselves, the spikes, or I believe it's the spikes, they have little cutouts, so if you don't want the bayonet, you can just push in and it will have a cut on the underside of the tang of the bayonet, and you can just basically take it off. So that's pretty badass too. So that's about it, guys. I mean, that's my entire SKS bayonet, or what is it, SKS and AK-47 bayonet collection here. And I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look around, figure out what else I can do reviews on, and see what else, or what other stuff I can talk about, show you, and all that stuff. But for right now, before we end the video, let's say, or let me show you what my favorite bayonets are. So let me see here. Just put some in here. So my favorite bayonets, let's see. The Spike AK bayonets are at the top of the list. The Bulgarian, the Chinese, the Russian, or how other people call them, Romanian, and where's the other one? The Yugoslavian. I'm laughing because I'm like, look, a few of them, I have a lot of them here that are my favorites. Yeah, I don't know. The Type 1 bayonets, I mean, they're good, they look cool, but they're not my top favorite, so move this aside. So I'm gonna have to say, man, hard. So the clamp-on and the spiker, the Chinese, are my absolute top favorite bayonets. So after these, I'm gonna have to say, for looks, I'm gonna have to say the Bulgarian. After the Bulgarian, the Russian, Yugoslavian, and the Clayco Norinco Polytech right here. So okay, let's put this one on this side. I'm gonna do it this way. So this way we know for sure. Okay, I mean, man, there's so much to talk about. I'm trying not to get into too much of the history and all that stuff, because again, I don't want to go over an hour talking about this stuff. So Spike bayonets, my top favorites. The look of it, Bulgarian. It's the look and the function with a bayonet cutter and all this. Look and function would have to be the Bulgarian. Second or third to this is the looks, just the looks of the Chinese Type 2. I love these because it does not have the hole in it. It's a stronger blade, or at least it should be a stronger blade because it does not have the hole in it, and it does not have the stress markings from the cutting the saw, which still shouldn't have any stress on the blade anyway, but just saying. So yeah, stronger looking style bayonet there. After that, the Russian, because I mean, come on, it's a Russian. And after that, Yugoslavian. So that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review, or these past 6 reviews. I will be making more, as again, we are all ordered, or at least, you know, encouraged to stay home. and not work. So I'm gonna figure out what else I can talk about, like blade wise. After this, yes, there will be a sword video coming, or actually a few sword videos. But before those videos, I'm going to talk about another bayonet, or at least another style of bayonet. And yeah, stay tuned for those. So anyway, guys, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay cool, guys. Out. Bye, guys.